first with breaking news.
Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. The program is a 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth analysis aimed at promoting the brand idea. I am Oluwabukola Omoniyi. Welcome to the program.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we bring you the latest development around brands and on the field of marketing and advertising in Nigeria and around the world. Some industry thought leaders in the advertising space have given their focus for the marketing landscape in 2025. As the marketing landscape continues to evolve, they've heard that these trends are poised to shape the future of advertising in Nigeria, driving innovation, creativity, and growth. These industry experts expect this focus to have a significant impact on Nigeria's advertising space, redefining the way brands connect with their audiences.
When you look at 2025 and some of the things that would continue to shape the industry, pricing will continue to be something we're going to struggle with for a long time. And pricing can mean different things to different people. It can mean a change in price. It can mean a change in the kind of consumer space they want to enter into. So irrespective, we're going to have to deal with it in one way or the other. So that in itself is not going to go away in a long time because of the economic changes that are happening around us. Secondly, the trend of technology is shaping a lot of things, and consumers are getting more empowered, they are more informed, so that also instills into the kind of behavior that we are seeing these days. So those two things are going to constantly keep evolving as much as the consumers are going to continue to get dynamic based on these two factors.
One needs to step up, otherwise consumers might leave them behind. I believe that the year 2025 is a year of really bringing to life what is meant by consumer is king. So you see that many brands will be chasing even many more consumers. So if you are not in tune with the mega trends, and if brands are also not agile, if brands do not begin to act human, begin to understand and know their consumers even more than before, then there's every probability and risk that such brands might be left behind.
That was brand news. Next is branding focus right after the break.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Now on branding focus. To capture the attention of Generation Z in a marketing campaign, it is highly important to understand their digital mindset and craft strategies that align with their preferences and interests. Gen Zs are a youthful generation known as digital natives with discerning taste and short attention spans. They vibe with Afrobeat music, Nollywood flicks, and streetwear fashion. They are all about self-expression, entrepreneurship, and cultural pride. Shaped by technology, social trends, and cultural influences, this group in Nigeria presents both opportunities and challenges for marketers, given their distinct characteristics and behaviors. According to industry experts, Gen Zs differ significantly from traditional target audience who may passively engage with advertising campaigns. To effectively capture their intention and influence their purchasing decisions, marketers must adopt tailored strategies that resonate with their values and behaviors. Authentic storytelling is a key strategy for engaging Gen Z, a generation that values genuineness and relatability. To connect effectively, brands must move beyond generic advertising and craft narratives that resonate deeply with Gen Z's interests and values. Also, the use of short-form video platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook Reels have redefined how Gen Zs consume social media content. Hence, engaging and visually captivating videos have become a sure way to grab their attention. In the coming year, marketers are expected to double down on snackable content that entertains and at the same time subtly promoting a brand message. Another effective marketing strategy for engaging Gen Z in 2025 is fostering authentic collaborations between brands and influencers. These partnerships must align seamlessly with the philosophies of both the brand and the influencer to resonate with the audience. Welcome back. Next is Industry Conversation, where we have discussions with industry thought leaders. My guest today is a lead marketing expert in the FMCG sector in Nigeria. Join me after the break.
Keep up with innovative, revealing, and groundbreaking happenings in the world of brands and brand builders in Nigeria and across the globe. Mingle with people and brands that make the cut and the personalities that keep reinventing the trends and traditions in the marketing world. All are exciting one-stop shop for marketing vibes. Marketing Edge on TV. You're always right on time with the right people and movers and shakers of the world of marketing as they share their views and ideas on the business and challenges of advertising, corporate affairs, media strategy, and the unfolding exciting world of digital marketing. Join the trendsetters and key decision makers as they shape opinions and project into the future of the marketing landscape for 30 exhilarating minutes on this channel. Stay ahead, be thrilled to beat, be marketing savvy with Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Many thanks for joining us on Industry Conversation. Like I mentioned earlier, my guest today is the head of marketing at Rite Food, BOMA Harrison. Many thanks for joining us on the program, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's talk about FMCGs. Now, what is your assessment of the macro and micro economic situation in view of the present economic challenges in Nigeria?
So we've seen a lot of inflation. We've seen the exchange rates go up. So that's one of the big macroeconomic factors. We've seen the consumer disposable income reduce, just really due to, again, inflation and the increase in the exchange rate. And then coupled with all of that, we've seen a lot of costs which have come to the consumer. All of this now means that companies they've been faced with rising costs. They need to price up, and we've seen that companies need to innovate on their supply chain to ensure that they catch up to the cost of the inflation and the exchange rates. I think all of this has created, let's say, a turbulent and a volatile situation for the FMCG companies in Nigeria.
So how much growth would you say the FMCG sector has been able to garner in recent times, if any?
Okay, so we can look at it from a value and volume share point. Nielsen shares that the value share as of September, so value share for FMCG has grown by about 43%. And then we've seen that volume share is declining, unfortunately. And it's very clear, again, back to the point where we said we've seen inflation, we've seen a lot of exchange rate. So obviously companies have had to price up, hence the growth in value share for FMCG. However, overall volume as a total FMCG has declined. In the categories we play in, which is non-alcoholic beverage, we're seeing growth on both value and on volume, even though volume is marginal, is small.
Okay, so aside the issues with inflation, consumer purchasing power, and some of the challenges you mentioned earlier, what are some other challenges the sector is facing, and how do you think players in the industry are tackling the situation?
Okay, so some of the challenges I would say would be
we have a very modest, let's say, economic growth for this year. GDP is about 3%, which means that there's very little that is trickling down to consumers. We've seen a lot of, external circumstances impacting the industry, and the industry, so FMCG, just have to, as I said, continue to innovate, be flexible, adaptable, innovative, reach consumers where they demand it. So more, let's say, value-oriented goods, but still delivering on the quality, right? Because consumers are demanding of quality, but then we need to be flexible to give them what they require in a value-driven format.
So how would you rate the coping mechanisms of the sector, since last year?
I would say it's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process. You have to be flexible. You have to be innovative. You have to be quick to turn around things, pricing, SKU sizing, offering new variants. It's an ongoing process. I don't think it's going to end. And the companies that will win are the companies that are most flexible, the ones that are listening to consumer demands, the ones that are in touch, and just quick to respond and build better networks with customers and consumers.
Awesome. So talking about companies that will win, what learnings do you want brands to take away from, all of the situation?
In terms of learnings probably will be, we would continue to be in a volatile situation. We've been in a volatile situation probably since 2020, the COVID year, and we've seen different iterations of the impact of the external environment, just building bonds, ensuring that we continue our sustainability efforts, ensuring that we build networks with our communities, ensuring that we're listening to the consumer, and of course rolling out things that are value add to consumers.
Awesome. Are there any opportunities despite all of those challenges and those learnings in the sector?
I would believe yes, there would be opportunities. As I said, it's an ongoing process. There are a lot of things that probably we could do much better, probably faster to the market, probably build better networks in that regard.
Awesome. So let's talk about the almighty ad spend. Now, would you say there has been a reduction or increase in ad spend?
I would say that companies are moving more to radio. In terms of radio spend, it's more or less flat versus 2023. And then, of course, we've seen more spend moving into digital. Digital still is a budding channel, you know what I mean? So it's not like your traditional terrestrial TV, all of that. But we've seen a lot of spend move into digital, and radio has maintained the same spend from what I have seen versus 2023.
Awesome. Okay, so what's your advice for brands in order to be able to navigate their marketing ad spend and strategy, just to be able to stay afloat in this period of uncertainties?
Well, optimization, that would be one. Identifying receptive points where consumers are, ensuring that we're delivering the benefits as per the channel, and then just looking for ways to collaborate, either with other brands internally, and then tracking to ensure that what you spend is what you're getting your money for.
Talking about what you're getting your money for, what do you project for the FMCG space in terms of growth, in terms of business growth?
The jury is out, but it seems we might have a better increase in GDP.
Okay.
We might have better overall cash flow. And if this trickles down to consumers, it means that they would have a bit better disposable income. So we do expect some slight growths from the industry, but more or less, give or take, it will more or less mirror 2024, just given all the external macroeconomics that we talked about.
Awesome. So let's talk technology. What are some of the tech-led shifts that you've seen that has disrupted the FMCG space recently?
A lot of it is the rise of the food delivery apps. It's really nice. So you have all these food delivery apps. I'm not going to mention them, but I think we all know them. Mm-hmm. And it's just interesting to see the development of this in the space, the quick development and the quick entry and the delivery of service, and how they are also being flexible and agile to deliver the service. So versus using motorbikes, you're using bicycles. You're using human effort versus spending money on delivery. So this I find very interesting, just from the e-commerce space, not taking away from all the other things that are in that space.
Awesome. So as a marketing expert, now, between performance marketing and brand marketing, which would you suggest as the best option, and why for today's brands?
I would suggest both. You have to do both. You have to deliver on the performance. I believe this will be the functionality of the brand benefit. And you also have to build brands. Building brands is core to what we do. That's what differentiates one brand from the other. That's what, in the end, then it's mass marketing. So you must do both. You must deliver on the functionality, whatever it is. And that's where the promise to the consumer lies. Your promise to the consumer is in the performance of that brand. You need to make it very clear to the consumer on that. That's the core of your work. But you also have to build the brand. So building brands is key. Establishing that foundation is important.
In terms of building brands, do you see collaborations between brands? Well, does that mean anything for you?
It does. I see it. I haven't ventured into it as of now, but it is interesting.
So let's talk about advertisements. Now, how do you respond to brands engaging with false advertisements, in order to increase sales at the detriment of the consumers?
I wouldn't speak much on it, but I would leave it to the regulatory bodies who regulates the sector to manage that.
So I see you're trying to be diplomatic, but it's fine. It's fine. So earlier you mentioned radio, you mentioned TV. Now, would you say that e-commerce is taking over traditional channels because we've seen unprecedented growth, from these platforms from being obscure in the sidelines to become the centerpiece for brands now? What do you think about this unprecedented shift with e-commerce?
At the heart of it, brand building is the core of what we do. So it really doesn't matter the channel we use. This is where I come from. We build brands. We want to meet consumers at their most receptive. We want to meet them where they are. We will meet them. So if they are on digital, we would meet them there. If they're on TV, we would meet them there. The channel doesn't really matter. What matters is the core of brand building, delivering on the fundamentals, and meeting them at their most receptive.
Okay, so let's talk 2025. Now, what are some of the trends you foresee to, take shape in the FMCG landscape generally in 2025?
I see more collaborations, as you mentioned. I see a lot of digital work, e-commerce growing. I see a lot of push on e-commerce to deliver flexible options to consumers, to deliver options that they can key in, maybe no transport or logistics, all of this. I see innovation in terms of ideas, meeting consumers' value ideas. And I also see optimization of the supply chain, just optimizing our own back end to ensure that we deliver value for the consumer without the consumer having to pay for it.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea. Keep up with innovative, revealing, and groundbreaking happenings in the world of brands and brand builders in Nigeria and across the globe. Mingle with people and brands that make the cut and the personalities that keep reinventing the trends and traditions in the marketing world. All are exciting one-stop shop for marketing vibes. Marketing Edge on TV. You're always right on time with the right people and movers and shakers of the world of marketing as they share their views and ideas on the business and challenges of advertising, corporate affairs, media strategy, and the unfolding exciting world of digital marketing. Join the trendsetters and key decision makers as they shape opinions and project into the future of the marketing landscape for 30 exhilarating minutes on this channel. Stay ahead, be thrilled to beat, be marketing savvy with Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Thank you for joining us on Industry Conversation. We have been speaking with the head of marketing at Rite Food, BOMA Harrison. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk CSR. It looks like in today's world, the new bottom line for consumers revolves around people, planet, and profit. Now, what do you suggest for brands in showing commitment, passion, and championing a sustainable approach for CSR?
So we at Rite Foods, we partner with an NGO to clean up the beaches, to pick up our waste, bottles, plastics. It's something that we use to demonstrate our commitment to the environment and also show our commitment to sustainability.
Wait, so let's talk about Rite Foods. Now, what are the product portfolios of Rite Foods?
Okay. So we have a sausage line, so we have a bakery line, and we're really proud of that. In addition, we have the beverage, which we have here, and the beverage is quite diverse to suit every need, every taste, every requirement. We have the fruit juice, which is our baby Sosa. And then we also have the CSD with the Biggie. And then we have our Fearless brand, so the Fearless energy drink and water.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk ethos, let's talk principles. What are some of the principles, the founding principles for Rite Foods?
So our core values is excellence, accountability, and integrity. These are things that we hold close to our hearts. As you know, integrity is doing what you said you were going to do, even if nobody was there or watching. So we hold these things close to our heart. We do the right thing. We are committed to excellence. And these are things that we chase after.
Okay, so in terms of vision and mission, now, how has Rite Food been able to align its vision and mission, with its diverse brands in line with consumer needs?
Thank you. So our vision is to be the leader in our chosen fields. And this is something that we are committed to. I can give an example of Fearless, where we are number one in the energy category. Fearless came and disrupted the market, quickly came in the PET bottle, where there was just can and just revolutionized the market, right? And this is something that we're super proud of. So it's in line with our overall vision to be leaders in our fields.
So how would you say your company has been able to sustain its unique selling propositions in the course of the business journey?
We rise to the challenge by delivering things that consumers require. We focus on delivering benefits to the consumer, delivering the performance that is required. We don't compromise on our quality. So we are strong on quality. We ensure that what we say is what we do. We continually assess the market and seek options. And we are focused on our core, which is, we focus, my MD calls it the hedgehog concept, which is you stay put, you focus on your key focus, and you deliver on the benefit that you're known for.
Awesome. Earlier, you mentioned something about offering something for everybody. I'm not sure if I got that right.
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you that how have you been able to include, the various demographics in your product development, and marketing strategy?
So for each of these, probably apart from Fearless, each of the line of the SKUs that we have a sizing that fits the different demographics. So for example, for Sosa, we have the 35 cl and the 1 liter. And I do believe that they are affordable for consumers to meet their needs. Similarly, with the CSD, with Biggie, we have 35 cl and 60 cl, which is affordable. In fact, we call it an affordable luxury.
Yes. An affordable luxury. Awesome. Okay, so in 2025, what should your consumers, your customers,
stay tuned.
Won't you just give us a glimpse? No glimpse.
No glimpse. Just stay tuned. Stay locked on this channel. Key into Rite Foods. Continue to buy us, and we're listening to consumers. we're quick to turn around things. You never know what to expect.
Okay, that sounds exciting already. Okay, just before I let you go, what is your favorite industry mantra?
I'm a brand builder, so I generally don't follow fads or trends. I believe that our work is to listen to the consumer and deliver value to the consumer, and also build brands. So as a marketer, you need to be consistent and disciplined. You need to continue to talk about the brand, its benefits, be consistent. We always get bored. As marketing people, we get bored of our claims, we get bored of our TVCs. We always say, oh, it's worn out. In reality, it's not worn out. So for every marketer that is out there, I'll just say be consistent, listen. Don't be afraid to sit with consumers for days and listen. Take those learnings, put it into your work, and, stay disciplined.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's very, very hot. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
All right. And that's the much we can take on this week's episode of Marketing Net on TV. Join us same time for another informative episode. I am Oluwa Pukola for Money. Bye for now.